And of course, Bajan, welcome. Right now, we are in the Dial and Expert segment with our PAMPAM show. And of course, you guys know today is the day we're going to bring on the holistic health coach, Bajan Prajwala Darog, right here on the studio. Hi, Prajwala. Welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
Wonderful. And of course, Banjan, if you remember, Prachula is the holistic health coach working with brightonlightwellness.com, a website where you actually can get more information about how you can get onto your healthy living lifestyle path. So first of all, Prachula, welcome, welcome. It's a wonderful time when the whole season is changing.
I know it is. It's
And
fall.
it's fall, right?
Officially, yeah.
And fall, generally people tend to fall sick.
That is true.
So I quickly want to ask you today. Of course, the fall season comes in. It's festive season for us also, and there is also this season coming up about Navratri and everything, right?
Yeah.
The season of fasting is what they say, right? I know you are a nutritionist. You actually tell people about diets and everything and how they should live. So what is your 2 cents, or what is your thing about fasting? First of all, is it for everybody? And a follow-up question that is, if it's for everybody, how does one fast effectively?
So that's a very nice question, actually. So the thing with fasting is people do it mostly for religious reasons. So when people are doing it for religious reasons, I have to respect that fact. So when so usually people do the 9-day fasting, including Indian Prime Minister Modi ji.
Correct.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
the 9-day fasting, right? So when it comes to fasting, people do it different. Everybody does it differently. There are some people who just drink water. Some people don't even drink water.
Okay.
They fast all day long. And some people actually eat like fruits and stuff. And some people do incorporate certain grains
Okay.
into their diet. And they don't generally eat rice. That's what I've noticed.
Okay.
But people do different kinds of fasting. But all in all, it's their religious way. It's for goddess Durga that they are doing this for the feminine power and all that, the energy from the divine, right?
But Prajala, I've always, in your talks, you always talk about, you tap into the tradition and everything. You also dabble
Right.
into Ayurveda and stuff like that. So, having said that, traditionally we are from the Ayurvedic culture,
Right.
which used to form, which used to have, your philosophy of, eating like it's medicine, so that way, you don't have to take medicines anymore. Correct?
Right.
So, in keeping that in mind, what do you think? What is the right way of doing it?
So when people fast, again, there's no right or wrong way of doing it because they're doing it for religious reasons. It's mostly for the concentration. They do it because they want to focus their energy on praying or just being more mindful about the divine power.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So this is my observation.
Okay.
And so when people do that, there's no right or wrong way as such. But it is important for people to understand that whatever health conditions that they're having, like type 2 diabetes or hypothyroidism, things like that, especially diabetes, they can get hypoglycemic if
Oh, wow.
they are fasting, right?
Okay,
Which
okay.
might lead them to, pass out or
yeah.
feel lightheaded.
Lightheaded, yeah.
So there are things that they can do to prevent that, right? Like there are people who eat fruits during Navratri season, right? They just eat fruits. So try to eat like local fruits, local seasonal fruits. What are some of the fruits that are in season right now?
Okay.
It's figs, fresh figs,
Okay.
pomegranates,
Okay.
and bananas. Of course, they're always in season.
Okay.
And apples are in season.
Yeah. Okay.
An apple is a great fruit because it has so much fiber. It gives them the energy and the sugar that they need. And it also lasts longer. They can have one apple and that's going to hold them off for the next 2 hours or so.
Okay.
And some of the things, some people, I've worked with clients who don't eat, they eat grains, but they don't eat grains that have gluten, kind of like wheat,
Okay.
for instance.
Okay.
So they go off wheat, they go off rice, but they eat, not that rice has gluten in it, but they eat mostly gluten-free grains, kind of like amaranth, which is, I think, Rajgara. And they eat buckwheat.
Okay.
People also eat ragi.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the beauty of Indian food. We have so many such grains that don't have that are naturally gluten free.
Okay.
So
So
it's
you're saying that in a holistic approach, following tradition and trying to maintain that particular style of eating and everything is better off, is good.
Yeah, I mean, and eat what is locally available. We are away from India, and I know Radio Dehotties has listeners all over the world. But depending on which part of the world you are in, just eat whatever is local there and local and seasonal. You know, in America, it's apples right now.
Correct. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
in India, it's not apples. It's, I think, oranges
Oh, okay.
or even chiku. Chiku is in
Chiku,
season in
yeah.
India. Yeah.
So I know. Oh, here, of course, unfortunately, Manoj, we know Chiku we get in cans.
That is true.
It's available
Yeah.
not in trees but on shelves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, of course, Manoj, we are in conversation with Prajwala Darog, who actually is a holistic health coach. Now, when I talk about health coach, I would tell you, Manoj, if you're listening for the very first time, now a health coach is about some person, correct me if I'm wrong, Prajwala, the people who actually understand a person's lifestyle and prescribe the necessary dietary requirements or the things they got to do in terms of exercise, all coupled together to achieve a certain health goal.
Right.
Correct? Now, the health goal can be varied. Am I right about that?
Yes.
What are some of the health goals which you have worked with so far with your clients?
So clients come to me for different with different goals in mind. There are clients who come to me for just lifestyle changes because they feel like whatever lifestyle they have right now is not good. So they want to change their lifestyle. And there are people who come to me for like hypothyroidism,
Oh, wow.
type 2 diabetes, and like skin issues like eczema, rosacea, and those kind of things, and also weight loss.
Weight loss, okay.
Yeah.
So, Balajan, if at all any of these issues something which is ring close to your heart, and you want to know more about what are the things you can actually, could be anything. I have actually known some of bandhus who actually approached Prajwala for the fact of dry skin, which sometimes people have, it's because season changing.
Yeah.
And if you want to know why it's happening, it's probably something very simple to do with your diet. But of course, it's important for you guys to know deeper as to what your lifestyle is, so that a health coach like Prajwala can advise you the right way and right direction. Now, how you can get information about that? Go to the website. They have a very informative website which also has a blog where she writes stuff about healthy living. Go check it out. It's called brightandlightwellness.com. Again, brightandlightwellness.com. She's here every alternate Thursday, Banjan, talking to us about our health. And yes, you can catch her right here on this thing also. She's also on Facebook.
Yes.
And she also on Instagram. We can
And YouTube.
And YouTube also right now,
Yeah.
Banjan. We'll actually going to post this video on YouTube as well. We'll have the links for her website on the Facebook page when you listen to us on live, on air right now. And of course, I want to thank Prajwala. Prajwala, thank you for coming on air and talking to us about this. I know it's a wonderful time to be talking about fasting because many people are going to be doing Navratri fasting right now because starting in October, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Navratri starts this Sunday.
This
right?
Sunday.
Yeah.
This actually kicks off with our Dandiya, Dingchak Dandiya happening this Saturday, Balajan. Definitely make sure you go buy tickets for that. Dingchak Dandiya kicks off Navratri season. If you want to be able to fast the right way and you want to know whether it's good for you to do or not, talk to somebody who's a professional, and that's Prajwala Darog. You can find information on our website, brightlightwellness.com. We have close on 30 seconds to close out. Any closing thoughts for our bandhus, Prajwala?
Navratri is a great time. I do love going golu hopping to different houses, and you get all these yummy goodies.
Yes.
And so it's a really nice time. I love Navratri, and for people who are fasting, just make sure you're eating and staying hydrated, which is very important because it's very easy to get dehydrated. You might ignore drinking water. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Yes.
And try to eat foods, whole foods like fruits and vegetables, some starchy vegetables like potatoes and sweet potatoes, and butternut squash, which is in season right now. So try incorporating those foods, and I hope you all have a great Navratri.
Yes, and thank you so much, Prajwala, for coming on air. And bandhus, if you want to reach out to Prajwala, it's very simple. It's brightandlightwellness.com. Bright and light, just the way she is, bright, light, and always smiling when it comes on our Facebook page. Go check it out, Banjan. It's again brightandlightwellness.com. Thank you, Prajwala. Have a wonderful Navratri season. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.